Hello, my bitches, my bros, and of course my non-binary hoes. I am Ghostly VA, and I am gonna be doing part 3 of the Robin x Vance Hopper's sister story. Because I don't know if you guys like it or not, but I think it's cute. I love it. Personally, one of my favorite things I've made. But anyways, this isn't about me. It's about Robin and you, because you guys were walking through an alley. It was super late. You were just trying to get home, and a van pulls up, and the last thing you remember is the guy walking up to you two. So I'm gonna go to what happened when you woke up. You wake up, and you're not too sure where you are. You're pretty sure it's a basement, but it's just cement, and all that's in there is a toilet and a mattress that you and Robin are both on, and it's sealed to the ground so you can't even get out of the room. There's also a black phone in the room. Robin is still unconscious, but you quickly run over to the phone to see if it works. It doesn't. You sit down on the edge of the mattress and try to stay calm, but you can't. You are freaking out. You have just been kidnapped. After a few minutes of trying to calm yourself down, you hear the mattress squeak. Robin woke up. My head. Listener, where are we? Are you okay? Did that guy hurt you? No, you're okay? Good. Where are we? You don't know either? Great. This cannot be good. You guys talk about a way to possibly escape and just what you should do for about an hour when you hear the door open. Robin immediately gets up and stands in front of you, and you back into a corner. I don't know what the fuck you want from us, but you better let us go now. Robin's voice is a little shaky, and he is trying to stay calm because he doesn't want this man to know that you both are afraid. But it's obvious that you are both terrified. You are shaking in a corner, and Robin looks like he's ready to fight this man who definitely will overpower him. What terrified you both the most, shook you to your cores. It was the mask he wore. It was a face, but it wasn't his. Like he was ashamed of his actions, so he was hiding himself. His voice was somewhat muffled through the mask he wore.
Let you go? Why would I do that? I'm not going to. I'm also not going to hurt you. You both are safe here.
Safe? Safe? You kidnapped us. Why the hell would we think we're safe? Trust me, don't trust me. In the end, it's your choice. It's your mistakes. Well, I have some things to do upstairs. I'll see you both soon. He walks away and slams the door. You sigh with a very shaky breath and put your hand to your chest, very relieved that he didn't end up hurting you both. Robin gets angry and kicks a wall. God damn asshole. If he doesn't plan on hurting or killing us, why the hell would he even take us in the first place? Robin paces back and forth as you sit on the mattress just looking at him. He is clearly getting angrier and angrier by the second. You don't know what to do, what happened, or why, and you just think. You're just trying to figure out why you and Robin. The more you think about it, the more you start to realize it wasn't about you. All the other victims were boys. So why would he suddenly take a girl? He just wanted Robin, and you just happened to be there and mess up his plan, so he took you with. That's the only reason you were there. It was the only logical explanation you could come to. You tell Robin, and he just looks at you. He seems sad, but still angry. He looked almost guilty, like it was all his fault. It, of course, was not Robin's fault, because he may be tough and all, but, he's so sweet to you. He would never purposely do that to you. So you just got kidnapped for being around me? So it's kind of my fault? I didn't mean to get either of us kidnapped, listener. I'm so sorry. He starts apologizing, and you stand up and give him a hug, telling him it's not his fault and that it's okay. You pull back and look at him. He just stares at you, then asks you something. Listener, promise me that we will both get out of here. Please promise me, listener. If I lose you in here to him, I won't know what to do with myself. You smile because that was really sweet of him to say. You pull out your pinky and promise him. He latches his to yours. A few days pass and you guys only ever saw the grabber when he was coming to give you food. But there was one time where he came down while you both were sleeping. You still can't get over how creepy and terrifying that whole that whole incident was. Anyway, you and Robin had been sleeping, and you had been sleeping the way you had the past couple days, which was you laying in the middle of the bed and Robin laying behind you with his arms around you just to protect you in case the grabber came downstairs and tried anything. But you were sleeping one night and you just felt like you were being watched. Like you always feel like there's eyes on you since you guys have been sleeping in the basement and kidnapped, but tonight you just felt another pair. Like it didn't feel like the way it had felt the past couple days. The way it had felt the past couple days was almost like the spirits of the kids who had been kidnapped before you. But now it felt like real eyes, human eyes were staring at you. You couldn't sleep with that feeling, and you opened your eyes. Inches away from you and Robin, the grabber just sat there, watching you both sleep. He was sitting at the very edge of the mattress, and his hands were very close to your legs, even closer to Robin's legs. This creeped you out, so you elbowed Robin and sat up very quickly. When you elbowed Robin, he sat up almost immediately with his fist in the air, ready to swing. When he saw that it was the grabber just staring at you both while you were sleeping, he was ready to kill him.
What the actual fuck is wrong with you? What do you want from us? Why can't you just let us go?
Robin just yells at him, asking what he's doing, why he's down there, and why he's just staring at you. He doesn't say anything, he just gets up, walks away, locks the door. That was 2 days ago. Back to the present day. You and Robin are pretty sure you've come up with the perfect plan to escape. The next time the grabber came down to feed you both, you would act sick. Really sick. Once he comes to check on you, Robin would take the glass bottle that he always gives you filled with soda and smash it over his head. Then you would both bolt for the door and see how far you got. Sure, there were many flaws in this plan, but it was better than just staying there forever until you died. You both sit on the bed, very, very nervous about what might happen if this goes wrong. You're worried that he's not gonna fall for it. If you just look sick, he might not fall for it, is what you were thinking. So you told Robin how you felt about it.
I'm sure he'll believe it. This is going to work, I promise.
Robin keeps trying to reassure you, and it's not working. You just think that it's not gonna work if you just look sick. That's when you decided that you should be sick. Robin watches, very confused, as you start just punching your stomach, and that wasn't working, so you shove your hand into your throat. Then a few seconds later, you threw up all over the ground.
Listener, what the hell are you doing? Oh, I get what you're doing.
You threw up so that way, when the grabber comes down and sees the vomit, he's gonna think that something is actually wrong with you. Then he'll definitely be worried. A few seconds after you do that, you're about to sit down on the mattress when you hear the door unlocking. You run over next to the throw up, get on your knees, and start shaking. You let a few tears roll down your face just to add a little extra drama to it. Once he opens the door, he just looks at you, sets the tray down next to Robin, and walks over. You look at him, and he just stares at you. He goes to wipe your hair out of your face when you hear the glass smash up against him. He flies back and grabs his head where Robin had hit it with the bottle. He was bleeding. You shoot up and kick him in the jaw, knocking his head into the wall. He looks disoriented and almost like he might faint. You grab Robin's hand and you both run up the stairs. There was a lock on the door, a bike lock, so there was no getting out that way. Robin yells in anger.
Damn it! No, we're getting out of here.
Robin looks around the room, then grabs a vase and chucks it out the window. The window breaks and he jumps out it. Then you crawl up behind him. You feel a sharp pain in your leg when you climb out and you had cut it. Not too bad, but it still hurt. You both start running because you hear the grabber coming up the stairs screaming. You both are not too sure where you are or if you're even in your neighborhood anymore. So you decide, instead of trying to find the police station, you just run over to the neighbor's house. You're keeping up with Robin very well for your leg. Even you're only running off adrenaline. After the adrenaline runs out, you will probably pass out. because your leg isn't the only place you cut. Your stomach also got cut, but you didn't tell Robin or let him see it, so that way he wouldn't freak out. You see the grabber run out the front door as you start banging as loud as you possibly can on the neighbor's door. The grabber's running towards you both now, and at this point you are just screaming and crying while banging on the door, begging the people to answer. Right as the grabber is getting into the view of the house, the door swings open. It was an elderly woman, and she just stared at you and Robin in horror. The blood on your leg and the expression on Robin's face. She immediately grabs you both and brings you inside. She sits you down on the couch and calls the police immediately. You and Robin are sitting on her couch, and she gives you both a blanket to wrap yourselves in. You wrap yourselves in the blanket and just sit there on the couch. Robin seems relieved and you cry a little bit, thankful that you guys made it out. We did it. I can't believe we actually got out of there. I was actually a little worried for a second. You both chuckle as he says this. Then he looks down at you, seeing that you look very tired and sad. Listener, what's wrong? You don't reply. You just move your hand away from your stomach, now showing the large cut in your side. When did that happen? How did that happen? How could I let that happen? Oh my god. It was bleeding a lot more than you had realized. You felt very lightheaded. You lean into Robin and smile as a few tears roll down your face. You felt like you were dying, and the only thing you can say to Robin before you black out is that you're glad that he was okay. And that's the last thing you remember saying before closing your eyes. About 4 days later, you woke up in a hospital bed, and you see Vance sleeping in the chair next to you. Bruce is also sitting on the floor next to his chair with a comic in his hands. He was passed out. They both looked exhausted, and you could tell they were because they were both sleeping. You didn't know what day it was, what time it is, if you and Robin were okay. You didn't even know where you were, so you were a little freaked out. But eventually, Vance woke up after 5 or so minutes, and he just seems so happy. I mean, you and Vance are brother and sister, but it just felt like you've never seen him happy. But he seems so happy and so relieved to see you okay. Listener, oh my god, listener, I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried. I didn't know if you were gonna be okay. I had no idea where you were. How are you feeling? Are you tired? Does anything hurt? Do you want the doctor or a nurse or somebody? I told you not to walk home in the alleys ever. I told you that it was dangerous, and I also told you to leave before 6:30. You just don't know how to listen, and I'm so glad you're okay. I mean, what if you didn't end up coming back? What if you ended up like the rest of the kidnapped kids? Vance just overwhelmed you with questions, and you couldn't answer a single one of them. You just stared at him, and then you asked him a question. You asked him where Robin was. Robin is at his house. The doctors had to tell him multiple times that he couldn't stay in here because he refused to leave. He was so worried about you just like everyone else was. I'm so glad you're okay, listener. Vance then hugged you, and at first it was shocking, but then you hugged him back and cried a little bit. You were so relieved to be with your brother again, so relieved that you ended up being okay. But as he hugged you, you felt an extremely sharp pain in your side and pulled away. Shit, sorry, listener, I didn't mean to. You tell him that it's okay and your side just hurts, and that you'll live. But honestly, you were exhausted, and everything felt like it was throbbing. You felt like you were gonna die. But you knew you weren't, and you were gonna be okay now, because you were in a hospital. You had doctors and medicine and nurses, and you were gonna be fine. After about half a day, Robin gets told he's allowed to come see you again, and he doesn't even hesitate. He just rushes over there. Like, Vance called him, saying that it was okay that he come, and Robin was there within 5 minutes, even though it takes 15 to get there from his house. You were eating one of the amazing pudding cups that the hospital has. I don't know why, I always thought those things were so good. But that's just my personal opinion. Anyways, back to the story. You're eating one of the pudding cups, and Robin just barged in like he owned the place. Like, he just ran in there and immediately runs over to your side. He was such an amazing friend, even though you've known him for a week at this point. Well, technically 2 weeks, because the grabber had you guys for about, I'm just gonna say 9 days, and before that, you were out for 2 days, and this is gonna be day 5 of you out of the hospital, so a little over 2 weeks you've known him, and he's just such an amazing friend already, and you're so glad to have him as a friend. But he barges in and is like, oh my god, are you okay? And just mother mode Robin is activated. And then Fanny shows up with Gwen at like 5 minutes after, so it gets super dramatic. Wait, how long is this audio? Oh, it's only at 15 minutes. Okay, anyways, back to the story. Listener, oh my god, I'm so glad you're okay. I didn't realize you had cut your side on the glass. If I would have known then, I would have done something. I'm really sorry. I'm just so glad that you're okay though. Is this bitch? Oh my god. I'm sorry, my friend keeps texting me and Snapchatting me while I'm trying to record this. Okay, anyways. Hey Robin. Hey listener, are you okay? I just got here with Gwen. Hey listener, are you okay? How are you doing? You smile when you see Finny and Gwen enter the room. So now it's you and Finny and Gwen and Robin and Bruce and Vance? Yeah, all of you. So it's all you, and it's just a chaotic fucking mess, like always. I feel like you guys are just like such a chaotic group. I can feel it. I feel it in my bones that you guys would be like the most chaotic but fun group ever. I'm getting super sidetracked. Anyways, I am so sorry for that. But yeah, it's just you guys now, so Vance is obviously annoyed with the group of people in the room now, and Bruce is like, just deal with it. Oh my god, why did everyone choose to come right at this moment? Like, what the fuck? Hey, just come on, just chill out, Vance. It's not the end of the world. It is to his bitch ass. The fuck did this toddler just say to me? Toddler? I will show you a toddler. Oh my god. Gwenny, just knock it off. Don't start a problem. He's starting the problem. I'm gonna finish it. You better watch yourself, you little twink. What kind of insult even is that? Twink? Like, what am I, a fucking Twinkie? Well, Twinkies are delicious, you whore. Did this little kid just call me a whore? Oh my god, I'm gonna beat her ass. No, you're not, Vance. Gwenny, just knock it off. What has this come to, listener? Oh my god. So, for once, it's not Robin at Gwen's throat, it is Vance at Gwen's throat, and Gwen is at Vance's throat. And Finny and Bruce are just trying to, like, de-escalate them because they're so chaotic, and you and Robin are just sitting there like, oh, what has our lives come to? So after, like, an hour of their bullshit, they finally calm down. Gwenny and Finny leave. So now it's just you, Bruce, Vance, and Robin. Finally, that girl's bitch ass left. Vance, I really don't get why you are so mean to that Gwen kid. She's just so sweet and nice. Nice? Did you not hear her call me a whore and a bitch ass? Yeah, well, you're kind of starting stuff with her, so... So what, Bruce? So, nothing? Yeah, that's right. So mean. What'd you say? Nothing, Vance. I'm gonna go get a drink. Yeah, I guess I could go for a drink too. Alright, so you two go get a drink, and I will stay here with listener. Bye, Bruce. Bye, Vance. You try anything with my sister, Robin Allerano, and I promise it'll be the last thing you do. Yeah, what am I possibly gonna try to do exactly? She's in a hospital bed, like, the fuck? Whatever. Bye. Yeah, we'll be back soon. Bye. So, I wasn't back, and that's a little confusing, so... Vance and Bruce are going to go get a drink of water, and now it's just you and Robin alone in the room. So you two are just kind of sitting there awkwardly and quietly, which apparently is like your guys' thing because you do it so often. Like, you guys just love to sit there awkwardly and give each other like awkward smiles. Like, that's just become your thing. But yeah, you guys are sitting there, and then Robin finally breaks the silence. So, listener, I get that it's only been like 2 weeks since we met each other, and we met in a very tumultuous situation, but I really like you. Like, you're amazing. And I get if you don't feel the same. I wouldn't feel the same about me. I'm kind of a dick. Just all around not a great person. But I really do like you, and there's so many reasons. You're funny, you're smart, you are so brave and strong. Like, the day you kicked Moose's ass, that was so impressive. I would have never expected that from a girl. And you're really tough because after all the shit we went through, you are handling it like a pro. but I just really, really like you. And I thought you should know. Oh my god, what am I talking about? There's no way you like me back. I just made everything really awkward. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna go. You feel the same way about me? Really? You aren't joking or just being nice. You mean it? You do. Oh, well, does that make us dating? I mean, only if you want to, of course. I mean, I wouldn't force that on you. You want to date? Well, I do too, so we're a couple now, I guess. You and Robin just look at each other, just huge grins on your faces. And Robin leans in to kiss you when the door swings open and he immediately jumps out of the chair he was in. And he just jumps into a seat where Bruce had been and just grabs the comic and opens it. Hey, we're back. Robin, what are you doing? Me? Nothing. I'm doing nothing. Just reading your comic because it looked cool. Oh, okay. Oh, crap. Vance, I left my wallet. Could you go grab that? Sure, I guess. So Vance leaves to go get Bruce's wallet, and Bruce just walks up to you and Robin with a shit-eating grin on his face. Then he just looks at you two and laughs. Word of advice, next time you want to hide that you two were doing something, make sure the comic is right side up. How'd you know we were doing something? I mean, what if I like reading upside down? Robin, you can barely read in general. Fuck. Not fuck, I'm not gonna tell Vance. You're not? Hell no, he would slit your throat and then beat the living shit out of listener. Just get better at hiding it. Vance comes back and says he couldn't find Bruce's wallet. Hey, I couldn't find your wallet. Maybe someone stole it. I don't know. Oh, no, after you left I realized that it was in my pocket. Sorry. You guys sit and talk for a while until it gets late so the boys head home. Vance stays with you because he's a good brother and stuff. Also, the nurses can't get him to leave. They've tried too many times. He refuses. So, Bruce and Robin leave and it's just you and Vance. You guys are sitting there like it's not awkward or anything, just it's silent. Then Vance breaks the silence and makes it awkward. Listener, if I ask you a question, will you be 100% honest? You turn your head to look at him, very confused, thinking that it's about Robin. You quickly say yes and that you would never lie to him. Alright, because I know there's something going on with you two. I'm not stupid. So, are you two dating or something? You don't answer, you just stare at him, knowing that he's going to go kill Robin. Listen, I'm not mad. I actually am glad that you're dating him. I mean, Bruce is a great guy for you. You don't reply. You just stare at him completely confused. You have no idea what's making him think that you and Bruce are a thing, but he is very wrong. You immediately get all defensive and you're like, no, of course not. I'm not dating him. I don't even like him like that. Listener, I'm not stupid. I can see the signs. You two get along so well, and every time Bruce talks about you, his face just lights up. There's no way he doesn't like you, and there's no way you don't like him. And that's fine. I'd actually much rather you date him than some of the other guys in our school, like Moose or Robin. I mean, imagine if we actually started dating Robin, I would go kill his ass. But you're not, so everything's fine, right, listener? Listener? Robin just stares at you, very confused, and he looks somewhat pissed now. Listener, it would be so funny if you guys were dating, right? Because you're not. Right, listener? Oh my god. So, I'm gonna leave it at that. Because this video is getting super long and it literally took me 3 days to film this. Because I'm on vacation and I've just not had the time to sit down and film it. So this is just taking so long. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like the video and subscribe if you want. And if you have any requests for any audios you want, please leave them in the comments. I am mainly doing Black Phone right now, but I also will do Stranger Things and certain animes and movies/TV show characters if I know who they are. But I hope you guys did enjoy this and have a great morning, evening, night, day, whatever time it is. And just remember, do what you want because we don't live forever. Bye!